opens while another one closes. That's how it always goes. One heart's breaking while another one is mending. It's all in the ebb and flow. If I had to, I could go it alone, but I don't ever need to, because I have a home, somewhere to run to. I could live alone in the woods, not a single sound, but I would never feel alone, because you've become my home. These windows could shatter to the ground, these walls could fall right down, the lights could all burn out, because this house is not my home. Crumble into dust, I don't need that much, I don't need to roam, because you've become my home. One step forward follows one step backwards. That's what it takes to grow. One life left is another that's just starting, and that's just the way it goes. If I had to, I could go alone, but I don't ever need to, because I have a home, someone to run to. I could live alone in the woods, not a single sound, but I would never feel alone, because you've become my home. These windows could shatter to the ground, these walls could fall right down, the lights could all burn out, because this house is not my home. Crumble into dust, I don't need that much, and I don't need to roam, because you've become my home. Because you've become my home.
Joel, who would have thought I would have met my husband, my soulmate, my best friend on a blind date? I remember that week so vividly. When I was approached on Tuesday about being set up on a blind date, I remember having mixed emotions. On Wednesday, when you reached out to me, I was pleasantly surprised. The text read, and I still have it in my phone, "Hey Elizabeth, I randomly got your number from one of my colleagues. If you are free and want to grab a drink sometime, let me know. This is Joel, by the way." So Thursday was Thanksgiving, and I worked, and you texted me to confirm Friday's plans. Friday's date for drinks turned into dinner. After a 3-hour-long date, I knew you were someone special. I came home afterwards and debated about reaching out to you to tell you how I enjoyed our evening together. However, being the type of girl who never texts a guy first, I didn't know what to do. But I did contact you. My text said, "Thank you for drinks and dinner. I had a really nice time. It was great to meet you." You also had replied saying you enjoyed the night and we needed to meet up sometime soon. And the rest is pretty much history. Thank you for coming into my life and making me so happy. My patience paid off. I am so excited to spend my life with you and see what life has in store for us. I honestly feel like we can conquer anything together. We met 4 months prior to the pandemic, when dating and traveling was non-existent, as the world stood still. You stood by me as I experienced losses of a lot of my close family members. We made it through the stress of you studying for your boards, and for me being furloughed for 3 months during the pandemic and I was off work. We most recently planned a wedding in only 8 months and juggled buying a house as well as selling 2 houses in the same time. I love you, Joel, and I cannot wait to be your wife. One last thing. As the song we will dance to later tonight states, I prayed for you. The lyrics from Matt Stell's song from 2019, the year that we met, truly describe us. I'm so glad my prayers were answered. I'm so excited for today. Let's get married, my love.
Elizabeth. It's funny how life works out sometimes. A small town Canadian boy randomly ending up in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and being set up on a blind date that turns into finding his true soulmate. Did not take long to know that you were truly the one I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. You are one of the very few who challenge me, push me to be better in my areas of weakness, call me out when needed, and still love me unconditionally. You are the most hardworking, strongest, loving, and selfless person I know. Your heart is so full of love. You think about everyone else before yourself. You're absolutely beautiful, and your smile is always the best part of my day. I know I'm not great with my words or my affections, but I do promise to be better. I truly know that whatever life events get thrown our way, we will make it through and only become stronger as a team. You are sincerely the angel that I've been searching for, and I cannot wait to marry you and spend the rest of our lives together.
This woman to be your wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the estate of matrimony. Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her in sickness and in health, and, forsaking all others, keep thee only unto her, so long as you both shall live? If so, say, I will.
I will.
Elizabeth, will you have this man to be your wedded husband, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto him, so long as you both shall live?
I will.
Not in a hurry, all right?
Sorry, I was just ready.
That's a good sign.
You can.
Prepare to receive the ring as a token of wedded love and truth. May these rings be so blessed that he or she who wears it may abide in God's peace and continue in God's favor until life's end. This ring I give thee.
This ring I give thee.
In token and pledge.
In token and pledge.
Of our constant faith.
Of our constant faith.
And abiding love.
And abiding love.
Elizabeth, repeat after me. This ring I accept.
This ring I accept.
In token and pledge.
In token and pledge.
Of our constant faith.
Of our constant faith.
And repeat after me. This ring I give thee.
This ring I give thee.
In token and pledge.
In token and pledge.
Of our constant faith.
of our constant faith
and abiding love.
and abiding love.
Now, Joel, repeat after me. This ring I accept
This ring I accept
in token and pledge
in token and pledge
of our constant faith
of our constant faith
and abiding love.
and abiding love.
All right. I do, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, pronounce that they are now husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Joel Musson.
I've been waiting for a breakthrough for something. I've been waiting. It's all in my head lately, oh lately, trying to let go. I can't stop this from moving. Might as well go with it. Might as well just carry on. Might as well just carry I can't stop this revolution, orbit headed into the sun. I can't let it go, baby. This feeling we all come undone. I can't stop this from moving. Might as well go with it. Might as well just carry on. Might as well just carry on. My heart made of past. It's a cherry bomb going off before we move I can't stop this from moving. Might as well go with it. Might as well just carry on. Might as well just carry
Just going to keep it simple. I had the big, long, drawn-out thing, but nobody ever wants to hear that stuff, right? So Debbie and I would like to welcome all of you here to help celebrate Lizzie and Joel's wonderful wedding day. And we have a lot of people from a lot of different places, all over Canada, Calgary, Toronto, Nova Scotia, which is Joel's hometown, all the way down to South Florida, North Carolina, everything in between, and Debbie and I from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being here. You can clap, yeah, you can clap. And just watching your daughter and her husband, new husband, and seeing how happy they are, I don't know, everybody's told me that today. They seem so happy. It's wonderful. Lizzie, we love you, sweetheart. We're so happy for you. Joel, we love you too, buddy. We love you too. You're a gentleman, and welcome to the family. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause.
As you can see, Joel, I have my sunglasses. Over the years, as Joel moved from university to med school and all the places in between, I always had my sunglasses on as we said goodbye, so he couldn't see me cry as he left. I promised not to put them on today, as I know you are in good hands with Liz. Over the moon, Liz, to welcome you into our family. Almost. Got a little bit more. So wish that Henry could be here today, but no, he is here in spirit, smiling, laughing, and toasting Joel's good fortune at finding such a fantastic partner. So at this time, let's raise our glasses to Joel and Liz. I wish you all the happiness that life has to offer. Love you.
My name is Leanne Sheridan, and I am Liz's matron of honor. I'm really honored to be speaking here today at your wedding. Liz and I have been best friends since we were 3 years old, when we met at Bethany Preschool. Anyone that knows Liz will tell you she's a great person, but she's also an amazing friend. One thing about Liz that anybody that knows her can tell you is that she's reliable. For our entire lives, she's always been there when I've needed her. If I need somebody to call when one of my kids is sick and I need a second opinion, Liz has always been willing to give it. No matter what, I know I can count on her for anything. Another thing I love about Liz is that she has an incredible memory. If you ever run into a classmate you haven't seen in 30 years, and you're awkwardly trying to come up with their name, and you need a second or someone to jump in and reintroduce you, Liz is your girl. I can ask her anything from our past school experiences, and she always knows every single detail. I love that Liz is naturally funny, a lot of the time when she's not even trying to be. Anyone that knows her can tell you that she's just a fun person to be around. I love that about her. Thanks for being the most amazing person and friend, Liz. And thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Paris, for raising an amazing girl that I have been lucky enough to call my best friend for the past 34 years. That makes me feel old saying that. All right, on to Joel. Joel, you're a lucky guy. Okay. Two things stand out to me about Joel: how much he cares about Liz and how much he has in common with her. The first time I met him, he had his arm around her the entire night. It was clear that he cared about Liz, and she deserves that. Joel loves concerts and skiing and so many things that Liz loves. But what really sealed the deal is that he's adventuresome, because Liz loves to travel. In fact, Liz told me they were going camping once. This one didn't really add up, because in the entire time I've known her, Liz was not exactly the camping type. After asking a few questions, I found out they were actually glamping. You know, one of those new fancy tents that are pretty much like a cabin that has a TV, indoor plumbing. Considering Liz isn't exactly the type for a tent in the middle of the woods surrounded by large animals and mosquitoes, this made a lot more sense. I hope you guys had a great time on your big glamping adventure. So back to the skiing, because that's actually why we're all here today. A few months back, Liz and Joel invited us and another couple to go skiing with them. We turned them down for various reasons. My husband, Matt, really wanted to go. Little did I know this was the ski trip that Joel would propose to Liz on. One night on their ski trip, Liz called me and told me he had just proposed. I still cannot believe that we missed that trip. Next time you invite us skiing, I will definitely accept, not just because we have a great time with you, but just in case there's a big announcement coming. On that note, I know that when the time comes, the two of you will make some seriously good parents, because that dog Peyton is very well taken care of. Joel, you're a great guy, and Liz is so lucky to have you. Congratulations to both of your families as you embark on this new journey together. Let's raise our glasses to Liz and Joel. Congratulations, guys.
All right, first of all, I want to thank you all who were able to make it here tonight to celebrate this special occasion with Joel and Elizabeth. I know a lot of us had to travel from all over the world, and for any of you that had to travel with Air Canada, well, I know the misery you had to deal with, so we really appreciate that you're here tonight. For most of you that don't know me, my name's Chad Schofield, also the guy that spilt all the sand during the ceremony today. Joel and I have been best friends our entire life. Being friends with someone that long, you get to know a lot about each other. For instance, one thing Joel knows about me is how much I hate public speaking. So when I jokingly but seriously asked Joel if I could get a pass on this speech, you think he might have shown me some sort of compassion. Unfortunately for all of you, he said, not a chance. Joel and I spent a lot of time together as children, pretty much hanging out at each other's houses almost every other weekend. We went from movie watching and outside playing as kids to parties and maybe some inexcusable behavior as adults. No matter what we were doing, though, whether it was our egg on the top of the bottom vacuum science fair project or having the pleasure of seeing our first set of boobs together. For all of you that want to know, I still think Titanic is a classic movie. We had a blast doing it. Most of our memories, though, with me and Joel involve around sports, and we did a lot of them together. We started out playing baseball almost our whole childhood. We even had the privilege of winning Mosquito Provincials. I don't think I need to tell anyone else here, but if you win it all as an 11-year-old, it really makes you feel like a big deal. Then came a lot of golf, and we did a lot of that. We were on the links any chance we could get in the summer, which may or may not have resulted in a few club tosses here and there. Those are all great memories, but the ones I remember the most were on the days where we spent on the ice together. I even have a good story about Joel, and yes, I am going to brag about him for a minute. I know he doesn't need the help. Before I tell you, though, for any of you that played hockey as a kid, you remember playing outside, playing road hockey in your driveway, commentating yourself as you score the game-winning goal in overtime to win it all, and imagine the crowd going wild, and then your mom calls you in for dinner and basically crushes all your hopes and dreams. Well, Joel kind of had that experience, minus being summoned for dinner. We were playing in a hockey tournament that we were hosting. It was a crazy game. We went into like 4 overtime, something, I don't know, it was crazy. As a kid, you have tons of energy, but by the end of this, even though I was getting exhausted. But I can picture it now, Joel with that white helmet at the hash marks and putting one in and winning it all for us. All the parents are going crazy. Judy, I do remember that sound. I've never been so relieved and so jealous at the exact same time. And I will cherish all those moments together we had, man. So enough about us. Liz, I know I haven't had the privilege of meeting you before I came up for this trip, but I knew that you were special to Joel. The way he would talk about you and all the things you guys would do together, it seemed like this marriage could have been a strong possibility. And now that it's here for real, I couldn't be happier for the two of you. All right, before I ask us all to raise a glass, at the start of this speech, I thanked all of you for being here. But I wouldn't be a good friend if I didn't take a minute and acknowledge somebody who couldn't be here with us today. Joel, I know Henry's up there right now, probably smoking a Player's Light, watching down on you today, proud as hell with everything that you've been able to accomplish in life, and especially proud of you on this day. All right, before I before I get too emotional, I'll ask all of you to raise a glass to the new Mr. and Mrs. Messam. Cheers.
So Joel got to do this for me when I got married, and I've been waiting for this day. So first off, I'd like to thank the Paris family and the Messam family for putting on an incredible wedding. The outpouring of love that your families have all shown Joel is quite evident. I mean, I've told him, and the Paris family that, dude, you're so lucky. I mean, they treat you like a son, man. You should really. Okay, well, let's get going on. All right, so Joel and I first met when we were in training in OBGYN residency. For those who don't know, Joel's all about broing out, per se. Robert and I first ran into Joel when he was a medical student, and we fell in love with you, and we've been broing out ever since. So, my wife often actually refers to Joel as my second wife. I talk to him probably every day, maybe more. So, well, I've been patiently awaiting this opportunity to roast you, Joel. Toast you. So let's get at it. So we all know that Joel's a stand-up guy, right, Liz? Yep. He's got no faults, right? Good answer. Let's talk about a couple of them. Joel, your fashion sense is unique, to say the least. As you can tell, we're all wearing polka dot socks. They are cute, though. I will appreciate them. We've overlooked your obsession for bow ties, skinny jeans, salmon-colored skinny pants. That's not pink, that's salmon. And by the way, if you ever catch him wearing these pants in public, do not call them pink, because he'll have some not-so-kind words to share with you. Toms and your undying obsession for Under Armour swag. I will also never forget the day that you tried to convince me that Saks underwear were a life-altering product. And for those of you that don't know what they are, feel free to look them up. We might all look at Joel a little differently after that. After today, your fashion will likely be dictated by your better half. Trust me, it's much better off this way, buddy. Just let her dress you, okay? Joel's a loyal friend, okay? And I think we can all attest to the fact that you're probably one of the most loyal people I've ever met. Despite living across the U.S., Joel and Liz have come to visit me and my family out there. And we've caught up on multiple occasions. On my first introduction to Liz, I knew it was a match. He had this undying smile on his face. And weeks after you left, a random package shows up on my door thanking me for visiting, full of chocolates and all sorts of other little confectionery treats. I'm like, who does this? Liz Paris does this. I've never seen anything like it. That's the first time it's ever happened, man. So hold on to that one. Liz, you're smart, you're hardworking, you're beautiful, and most importantly, you call Joel out on his bull. Spending time with Joel's buddies has also given me insight. I actually thought some things with Joel were like a Canadian thing. Wrong. So, Joel has an interesting pronunciation of words. Some of them, luckily Liz has overlooked this vernacular, of A's, sentences that start with A and end with A. Bros, sick. I think all walks of life are familiar with this term, 100%. I thought he just started using that in residency, and then your buddies like ratted you out. And another one was sup. And your pronunciation of certain words is quite interesting, to say the least. Those drinks that we're all drinking back there, Joel refers to them as mojitos. And I think when we went to go get what I term as a gyro or a gyro, you call them what? Gyros? Or maybe even gyros. But it's all right, man. We all have our flair on things. We all know Canadians are smart. When we were in training, actually, the Canadians were actually some of the smartest ones in the program. And Joel, you're a bright one. Liz, you definitely got lucky. Joel's proven himself to be a well-respected, brilliant, and talented physician in this community. I'm sure you've touched many lives, and you'll continue that trend. Marriage is work, and for those that say it's easy, I bet your better half has rebuttals to that one. I know mine does. It's great to be married to somebody who can understand the commitment that Joel has to his job and his patients, and Joel, you found that in Liz. Watching the two of you together warms my heart, because I know Joel hasn't only found true love, but you found a best friend, buddy. I'll always be here for you, but, you know, she's got to be your go-to. Joel and Liz, I'm happy you both found each other. Liz, thank you for keeping Joel in line. I know he'll be an incredible husband, a great father, and more importantly, a friend. So let's all raise our glasses and give Joel a toast. Cheers.
for me. Going country, and they love me up there and down there too. When I'm doing the shows, all of the roads, man, they be going so crazy.